Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another video. First of all, I want to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July because today we are going to be reviewing Captain America White by Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale. And as you can see here, I have this great big omnibus by Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale, which collects 4 Marvel stories. It all sort of has like a theme with the colors, I guess. Daredevil yellow, Spider-Man blue, Hulk gray, and Captain America white. And I've mentioned in the past that I'm not really a big Marvel guy. I'm more of a DC Comics guy. So, of course, I know Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale from all the Batman books they worked on, particularly The Long Halloween, and then the sequel, Dark Victory. And they also did another one called Batman Haunted Knight, which is more or less short stories as opposed to, like, you know, a graphic novel or whatever. And then Jeph Loeb, of course, did Batman Hush with Jim Lee in the mid-2000s. And these two are frequent collaborators. And I mainly wanted to cover this book because Tim Sale recently passed away a few weeks ago. So rest in peace to Tim Sale. But yeah, let's get right to this. So, like I said, this giant-ass omnibus. And Tim Sale really does have a great... Here's their bios right here. I think Tim Sale is only 66. He had some sort of cancer, if I'm remembering correctly, which is such a shame. But Tim Sale has like that horror-esque art style, which really fits the Batman character well and the Batman villains. But in my opinion, after reading this book, you know, we'll get to it at the end, I suppose, with my overall thoughts. But I don't know if his style really fits Captain America. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The Red Skull, because Red Skull appears as the villain here, definitely looks really cool and very menacing and horror-esque. But I don't know if it's a good art style for Captain America. I had mentioned in my live stream a few weeks ago, and I asked you guys which Captain America book you wanted me to review, because I said I own 2. I own this omnibus here with Captain America White. And I said in the stream that I owned Captain America, The Death of Captain America by Ed Brubaker, which I don't. I do own an Ed Brubaker book, but I was mistaken. I actually own this one here, The Winter Soldier, which I don't know, just looking at the cover here, I kind of wanted to read this one more, because look how much more of a badass Captain America looks as opposed to, I don't know. But anyway, I did read this, and we'll talk about it. In my opinion, it's very cliche. Like, it's the classic Captain America story with Cap and Bucky going to 1941 France, fighting the Nazis, and then fighting the Red Skull. I mean, you can see the swastika on the cover right there. And you can see his Hulk here, like, sort of sidetracking a little, how he draws, like, the monstrous-looking characters. And he does that very well. But as far as Cap, I'm not too sure. Like, this cover looks nice. And I can see the parallels, like Bucky really reminds me of Robin, and you can tell because of how much he worked on Batman and Robin. And I was doing some research on this book after I finished reading it, taking a look at the Wikipedia page, just to figure out when the hell it released. And apparently it started releasing its 6 issues. It started releasing in 2007 and didn't complete until 2015. Like, how the fuck did it take so long to do a 6-issue miniseries? I have no idea, but that's what it did. So... anyway, it starts, you know, well, we got this nice tribute to Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. And it starts with basically Steve Rogers taking Bucky with him, James, to see a Captain America motion picture. And how it's sort of like the World War II propaganda to get people to enlist, to fight for America, to fight the Nazis. And then Bucky walks in on Steve as he's getting in his Captain America gear. And he's like, "Oh, is that really you? Like, I didn't know you were really Cap. Oh, mind giving me a hand?" So they sort of meet in that way. And, you know, it's your classic Captain America and Bucky Barnes story where he takes him under his wing and they start fighting crime, fighting the Nazis. And I don't know. It was very cliche in my opinion. And to me, like, I couldn't really get into the art style, to be honest with you. And here's chapter 2, where it sort of, like, starts with that as a prologue, and then it goes here to you know, Steve waking up from being frozen in ice, and he's like, "What happened to Bucky? What year is it?" You know? And these guys are like, "Oh, it's the future." So I don't know if maybe the MCU took inspiration from this, or with the release, like, because this came out in 2007 for the first issue, and then it didn't finish until 2015, because when did the first Marvel movie come out? Like 2012? Well, the Avengers movie, I mean. So, we see Nick Fury, and actually, like, I don't even know how the hell Nick Fury is still alive here, because all these years passed. It doesn't even say what year we're in now, but, you know, when they're fighting in Germany, or in France rather, were in 1941. So I don't know how the fuck Nick Fury's still alive, but Nick Fury goes to Normandy with them. And I gotta be honest with you, man, I really couldn't get into this art style. Like, I like Tim Sale with the Batman books, because I do own Long Halloween, Dark Victory, and Haunted Knights. But as far as Captain America goes, and maybe that's just me and my sort of bias with being more of a DC Comics fan, but I don't know, man. So eventually they make their way, and there actually is a pretty cool scene here. I actually like these variant covers, which they have in the back. But there's a cool scene when their plane gets attacked. So they're all in the water, and Cap starts sinking to the bottom, and Bucky goes to help him, and he ends up cutting off his shield. And by the time they resurface, Cap says to Bucky, where's the shield? Oh, it was either you or the shield. What was I supposed to do? You made the right call, kid. And then they make their way to the shore, and there's actually a pretty funny cameo, which... There it is. Fucking Namor shows up and gives him back the shield. So, there he is. And, I don't know, man. Like, the whole time I was reading this, I just felt like, oh my god, this is the most generic story we could get. Like, how many times have they done this with Cap going and, rehashing everything. But like I said, I'm more biased toward DC Comics anyway, or I was rather. Now I just read manga. So they find this this woman here who's like the French translator, and she helps get in there. And I believe this paid homage to Jack Kirby. They mentioned that in the afterword. There were a lot of homages to Jack Kirby and Joe Simon here, which maybe was the point, and maybe that flew over my head. But yeah, here's Red Skull, and he shows up, and like I said, he's very menacing looking with his teeth and everything, like doing the the Sig Heil there. Holy hell! But yeah, I promised you guys I was gonna do this review. I read the book. And I feel like I can't go back on my promise here, so I'm doing the video anyway. But to be totally honest with you, I was not a fan of this book whatsoever. Here's another thing, too. This sort of, like, me with my DC brain, this in my opinion, pays homage to, what is it, Death in the Family by Jim Starlin. And who the hell, Jim Starlin, the artist, who the hell wrote it? I don't even know. But, who the fuck knows? But the Batman book, when Joker kills Robin. Except here, Bucky survives, and Cap has to make the choice whether he wants to save Bucky or kill the Red Skull. But of course, him being Cap elects for both, so he saves Bucky and defeats Red Skull. And, our heroes prevail. So, I don't know, maybe I've just moved on from comics. I was a big comics fan for quite a long time, but after reading so much manga and reading and watching anime, I really don't give a fuck about comics anymore. And this was honestly a struggle for me to read. So, I don't know. If you guys want, maybe I could review this. Just looking at the cover, I think this Captain America looks so much more badass. I mean, no disrespect to Tim Sale, which, rest in peace to the guy. But I prefer his Batman books a lot more. I prefer the Batman character a lot more than Captain America, but... this is the 4th of July, so we got to do something. And even just flipping through this, again, it looks like Nick Fury's in here. And, is Sharon Carter in here? I think that's who that is, right? So, at least we get some babes here. And some action with the Winter Soldier. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy 4th of July. And I got to get back to watching some more Bleach. So, you guys have a great day. And we'll see you for the next video.